This work devoted to studying that nasty void sense? I should hope it provides some stint of salvation. Alright. Oh, Kokobuki. These passages hold naught but misery and despair. It would seem we have little choice but to employ our traditional approach.
Although fraught with danger, there is one solution that promises an alternative to killing Kokobushi. If we fail, however, it will likely mean death for us all.
Who is the mad mage that possesses our eldest brother? What of avoiding threats or eliminating the risks? Is that not how we thaumaturges do battle? With each passing moment, Momo draws ever closer to her full strength. It pains me to even suggest it, but we should strike now. Kokobuki, while the void scent, is yet feeble. I share the self-same sentiment. Sorrowful though it may be, we must slay our enslaved sibling, and soon.
Listen, brothers. My solution is thus. In return for releasing Kokobushi from Momo's thrall, I will offer the Void Scent the chance to glut herself on my mana.
You cannot. That succubus will drain you to a lifeless husk, and such a feast will awaken all her terrible magics.
Well, the well of my power is vast. I wager Momo's thirst will be slaked before my spirits fully runs dry. And the newly enlivened Void Scent? She will then face the combined wrath of Meteor and 4 guild masters of thaumaturgy.
How can we hope to prevail against this paragon of preternatural potency? We have always avoided adversaries against whom we held no advantage.
Fault lies with me. Ever have I encouraged such avoidance, and taught only the wisdom of certain victory. It is time we learn the courage to fight battles of unsure outcome. And it is you, Meteor, that I ask to instruct us. There is yet one chapter in the Yawning Abyss, one that is customarily hidden from newer members. Undertake the trial found within, and show my brothers what it means to be brave.
How can you ask such a thing of poor Meteor when even his guildmasters have yet to attempt that ghastly test?
The arcane magic you all possess is far greater than you believe. Meteor, once you deem yourself prepared for the lesson of the true final chapter, meet us in the hallowed hall of Thal's Reprise.
Huh. So there was a ton there. That was really dense. That starts to have serious ramifications for patch 6.1. Which, like, I don't even know that... If you did all the lore right when it came out, I don't know that you could remember that. So it's kind of cool to get this after having done 6.1. Because this tells us a lot about Void for how early we are in our journey, right? To be a level 25 quest, interacting with a Void that can span the gap. And what happens once they're over here. I don't know. And there's been a lot of references to Astral and Umbral. And when you talk about that with all the ether that we learned through the Arcanist quests, we've got a decent idea of how 6.1 functions etherically as a patch. So it's kind of cool contextually to add it on top of everything they taught us in 6.1, which does stand on its own, like the newer writing does. I think Shadowbringers and Endwalker stand on their own. I think Endwalker has a lot of fan service in it, so you are probably missing a lot. But like Shadowbringers, I enjoyed the crap out of. And it's in the first. So like they have to introduce people. They have to introduce concepts because it's not picking up off previous zones. So kind of cool as like supplementary materials to 6.1. Optional supplementary materials.
I regret having to drag you into our family's troubles, but I am confident that, with many and terrible trials you have bested already, you will prevail once more. The hidden chapter of the Yawning Abyss presents a trial that challenges the accumulated knowledge and skills of a single thaumaturge. You must employ all the tools at your disposal if you hope to seize victory this day. Let the trial commence.
Okay.
There is no escape from this abyss. The void spills into our realm on wings of inky shadow.
False teeth. I can barely watch. Meteor, try to keep your body. No blood inside your body. Okay. Good. Let's recover some mana here. Thunder. That should kill him. Nice.
Catch your breath while you can. The next threat is at hand. The rift into the void ever widens. The dross of the abyss takes shape.
Destroy them swiftly, lest you perish in saturated silence. Alright. They die so quickly. So they're letting me come in at 29 overgeared, so this stuff just gets wrecked. Wow. Let's take a little raisin break. Delicious. Delicious. Alright. Come on.
Once again, you defy the void. The final nightmare approaches. The jagged gate is wrenched open. The Lord of Flies cometh.
Okay. Oh, these look a lot different than the void we see from the 13th. Huh. Does make you wonder how big the void is. If it's described as, like, vast, the way, like Warhammer Tyranids are. Come on, void. Just die. It's one planet. Part of me thinks it would be bigger. Is it just the one planet? I cannot stop shaking, but I think this may actually be excitement.
You see now, my brothers? With the primal energies of thaumaturgy at your command, there is no threat which you cannot overcome.
Perhaps there is a chance to save Kokobusi. I need to reconsider some of my strategies. It seems we have been wasting our potential. I would never have believed it possible for a mage to show such courage and live.
What a wonder Meteor was. I feel my fingers itching to fling fire with a fury. Imagine, my siblings, what towering enemies you might topple should you stand firm together. Thank you, Meteor. Your inspiring display of magecraft has set the minds of my brothers reeling with new possibilities. Let us now return to the guild and discuss what is to come.
Cool. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, I haven't gotten to where we lost the 13th, or else that happened and, like, they haven't... I don't know. Feels like that hasn't been gone over. Like, I know that as a fact, I just didn't know if it was something more closely to, like, Meteor, where there's other things, and we lost the 13th to a place, and that place already had other things existing there. Versus the 13th became the Void. Those are two different concepts. Right? The 13th being lost to the Void, and the 13th became the Void are two very different concepts in what it means for the size of the Void. Alright. I'm ready.
What a formidable team you shall make. Coco Biago, Coco Bonnie, Coco Bezzy, Coco Boa, Meteor. Even Momo must wither before the onslaught of your combined thaumaturgy. But, before we engage the Void Scent, perhaps some time is needed for my brothers to unlearn their ingrained inclinations. Meanwhile, I suggest you hurl yourself into the chasm of your studies. Your fearless thaumaturgy is as a beacon to us all.
I already have that. Already have that. Don't have that. I'll take the boots, please. Boots. Place an armory chest. Place an armory chest. Place an armory chest. What do you got for me? Boots and staff. Nice. Okay. So I am half a level off. This wants me to go to South Shroud. So let's do that. Because my favorite parts of WoW haven't been, in the parts that I do know, have not been Illidan and Thrall and Sylvanas. I haven't cared about the characters the way like you do the Scions. That's never been the way that the little bit of WoW lore that I do have, that has my view of WoW shaped, that's mine and mine alone, has always been shaped more on like picturing these as places. And so what I'm loving about the book that I'm listening to, which is about Illidan, is when it just stops for a moment and it describes the way the air hangs heavy in the marshes when you're in Zangra Marsh, and the way the towers have an ancient energy when you enter Shatrath, right? And so, like, what I like about it is the feeling of being in the world of Warcraft. And the book that I'm going through, it takes place in Outland, and so like that's And I'm really enjoying that aspect. And, like, it doesn't bother me if it's like, well, but that means that, you know, the storyline of whatever is out of order or false. And I don't know if that's just because I'm not invested enough to be bothered by the discrepancies. Because I definitely am bothered by the discrepancies that I find in 14. Or if I'm just taking the way the story is written as such a mess that it reminds me of Warhammer lore. And Warhammer lore is kind of written where, like, you find out as you go that this canonical record that you've been treating as lore is a history book. And this history book is a story told from a single point of view at a single point in time. And that is subject to all the inaccuracies of human history that's documented that way. And so when something comes back and says, this battle took place on a different planet at a different time, and there was a different victor, that is not that the story is wrong. It's that history has been falsified, either intentionally or just lost to time. And that the truth is likely somewhere in between, or one of the ends. There is this spectrum of truth, and you do not, at that point, the moment you find two versions of it, know which one is more true, or entirely true, or telling you anything. And that gives them the opportunity to document a third point of view, and a fourth point of view, and a fifth point of view. And so it becomes this really intriguing thing where, like, my army, Chaos Space Marines, has a view of history, and my brother's armies, the Orcs and the Tau, have a different view of history, and our friends, a lot of them play the Imperium, and one plays Eldar, have a different point of view of history from the books you read tied to your army, because none of us read all the books. And so we get in these arguments over events, and it's really fun because we're all arguing from our truth. So maybe that's why I'm more forgiving. Maybe I won't be forgiving. Maybe I'll get in. But what I know right now is that when somebody comes in and tells me you can't like WoW lore, it feels like they're telling me how to feel, not how the facts work. Right? They're not updating me on a fact. They're updating my opinion. And that's not really... Like, all you can do is inform. You can't tell somebody how to feel. And so then I question, well, how do I feel? And, like, I literally just don't know the answer. And I'm not saying that those people aren't right. I'm just saying, like, I can't know that because it's an opinion and I will be entitled to my own once I've been given the information. And typically, it doesn't come with any information. Right? So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, we're talking a little bit about Horus Heresy, a little about World of Warcraft. As a point of comparison to something like Final Fantasy, where lore is much more defined, much more finite. And there's good and bad aspects of that. It ruins some of the sandbox and the imagination, but it also builds a much firmer world that you can actually picture and ground yourself in. Kind of like The Witcher.
Fortune has favored us, Meteor. Kokobusi has been spotted at Vesper Bay. We cannot let this opportunity pass us by. Head there with all due haste, and with you. Take these descriptions of my brother's likeness to Mormo's mannerisms, relay this information to some of the local residents, and see what you can find.
Oh, I will. Pray return. Pray return. Oh my god, we got a pray return not in story. Ladies and gentlemen, the pray return count has just entered 15. We're going to count that. Because I'm using a Vesper Bay ticket. Anytime I feel like I have to use a Vesper Bay ticket to go exactly where I need to go, not just close in the zone like up here, but like literally to Vesper Bay, you get to pray return. That's pray return 15. There it is. There it is. Alright. Some of these plus sign quests unlock other things. Like, I think Whitebeard there is... I think that's New Game Plus. Ah, there's one. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, here we go.
Something I can do for you, stranger?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I did see a Lullafell who matches this description. He was watching the fairies come in with more than a passing interest. Looking to hire some adventurers or some such, I reckon.
Okay. Fascinating. I don't know what he would want with adventurers, unless he was going to try to devour them. Oh, what's that, son? You say you're looking for someone? You seem bashful. I believe I saw your Lullafella in the company of a couple adventurers hailing from Lemsa Lamensa, a marauder and a thaumaturge, were I to hazard a guess. I think they were talking about seeing the area north of here. Oh, that's sweet of you, you bashful guy. Hiding in an alley and being nice to me when I approach you for no reason. Could have been offended. Da-da-da-da. Hey, there we go. Oh, welcome to the pasty. Love, what can I get for you? Ah, information, is it? Aye, that little bloke was in here all right, bringing a blush to all the young maidens' cheeks. What he lacked in height, he certainly made up for in boldness. Left with more than one lass on his arm, he did. What? 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 Ah, hello. You made it.
So Mormo has chosen this as her new hunting grounds. The maidens seduced by the succubus will be prepared as vessels to hold her fully restored power. I fear they will have already been slain. As for the adventurers, well, I think you can imagine what Mormo intends for the thaumaturge. We must find and warn those unwitting Lamensons before their void sense strikes again. You were told that they might be headed north, yes? It would be best for you to follow suit.
Alright. Let's do it to it. It's the last class quest. Because this is my level 30 quest, right? So this is going to be the big stuff. Oh yeah, this is all big stuff. We're building the crescendo. You can practically hear it coming.
Still here. I'm still here. Somewhere close.
Hey, buddy. How are you, Mormo's missionary? Excellent. Nice. Got you, Marauder. I got your back, yo.
Me thanks, lad. Oh, me head. That little bastard said he would give us the grand tour of Ul'dah. It's been grand and all right. Please. He took me mate further north. Think he was muttering something about moon drip?
Meteor, what has befallen?
I sensed a presence of void sense, but it appears you have things well in hand.
Mormo is in Moondrip, a fitting place for the battle to come.
It's time to finish this, my brothers. Gokobusi will be a slave to that fiend no longer.
Oh, excellent. Excellent! It's go time. Okay. Right here.
I shall approach Mormo first. As we discussed, the bargaining proceeds smoothly, then the void sense feast on my proffered manner, then she should soon manifest her demonic form. Once Mormo is fully present within this realm, that is, when you unleash the seething power of the Abyss. Though, after lecturing you for so long about how a thaumaturge should avoid such threats, I yet hold doubts as to whether such a direct conflict is the correct path. Meteor, in your experience, What do you consider to be a thaumaturge's greatest strength?
Overwhelming destructive might.
Yes, there are none who can match our prosperity for fiery ruin. We need not run from this danger, but rather employ our unrivaled powers to incinerate all that seek to do us harm. I am decided. My fate awaits me. I have faith that, no matter what becomes of me, you shall succeed in destroying Momo, ending her threat to this realm.
Oh, game on. Game on. I'm ready. Let's do it to it. What the heck?
Enough, Momo!
Well, well, if it isn't the eldest of the cowardly thaumaturge's brothers. I thought you'd be busy whimpering under your bed, wishing that I'd just disappear.
I've come to offer you a deal. I know you seek etheric energy needed to substantiate your true form, but how much time do you intend to waste feeding on these lesser mages? Compared to these stripling sources and their trembling arcane flames, my power is as a blazing sun. Would you not prefer to take what I can give you? Drain my strength and assume your rightful appearance. I am sure you think me a coward, but that is of no consequence. I only wish that Kokobushi returned to us unharmed.
You are wise to acquiesce, mage.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Yes, at last! At long last, my true body, my true power is mine once more. I believe a stretching of the old arcane muscles is in order.
Oh, no you don't, Void Sense.
We won't leave you here alive. So you risk your lives in a valiant rescue attempt. You should not bet what you are not prepared to lose. I shall tear the ether from your very marrow.
Oh, game on. Excellent. How many Cocos can I sacrifice?
Oh, your screams are my sustenance. I will keep Momo focused on me. Stay back. I shall lend Cocopiago my support. My thaumaturgy will rend the very air. Frightened? Oh, I fry fiends for fun.
Oh, I'm out of mana. That'll happen. Come on. Let's do this. Alright, I'm full again. Now we refresh. Oh, I moved that. I moved it. There to there? Yeah, that's right.
It's all coming back to me. Why don't you come a little closer?
Guys, I would recommend getting out of that next time. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do anything you just did. That was not good. Don't do it.
What in the name of the gods was that?
Intimacy? She weaves our threats as spells. My spells were silenced. But we must have our magics.
Let's all keep calm now. She seeks to perplex and confound us.
Alright. I'm just gonna stand here, doing my thing. You guys keep doing your thing. Okay.
Resilient little nuisances. The stones will drink your blood. She conjures minions from the void.
Oh, you guys are getting a little less scared here. Alright. I think these gotta die. I don't think I have the DPS to ignore them. Easy. Let's do one more there. That should finish that off, yep. Alright. Guys, if you could back away from her, that'd be real great. Come on. Slide out. Get away. Get away. We're about to lose one. No. Maybe I'm supposed to sleep them? It's okay. It's okay. Guys, you have got to get it together. No. Don't die. Oh my god. Back away. Alright, here we go. They're just letting her AoE him. You guys are so frustrating. Alright, here we go. Gotta protect the potatoes.
No! For centuries I dreamed of escape. I will not be denied.
You will, though. You will be denied.
We won? We won! Victory is ours! Kokobushi Kokobuki Momo is dead! What? Where am I? Oh, thank the Thal, you're awake. Kokobushi has returned to us. Our sibling has yet to stir from his solemn stupor. Buki? His etheric channels have contracted. They are barely sufficient to sustain the flow of his life force. If we do not increase his capacity for ether soon, his vitality will drain away completely. Where the hell did you get a thing that big? My mana amplifying potion. Its potency is limited, but it might just be enough.
Alright, drink this vial that's the size of your head. Or just one drop.
I see the battle has ended as expected.
You did it, Kokobushi. Your alchemy saved him. And we would not have prevailed without you, Meteor. We will bear our brother back to the ossuary. Pray meet us there, and we might properly express our gratitude.
kind of expected him to die. Maybe that's just like Endwalker level tragedy there, but I kind of expected him to die. Oh, look at this guy, huh? Not us, right? Alright, so. That is epic. I really did expect him to die. Let's charge on to the Thaumaturge's Guild. Here we go. And what do you got for me? Is it a cake?
Thank you, Meteor. After seeking refuge in the comforting shadows of the abyss for so long, I had lost sight of the blazing glory of which thaumaturgy is capable. The raw power and audacity of your magecraft has freed my brothers and me from our self-imposing cowardice.
Did. It did. This really needs to be voice acted. I thought that the Thal himself had his fingers at my throat, but this sensation of hard-won supremacy is strangely satisfying.
As for you, Kokobusi, you are our brother and our respected colleague. I hope you never again underestimate the precious power you wield. Meteor, you have exceeded all my expectations. In recognition of your outstanding growth as a thaumaturge over the last 3 hours, I shall impart to you one of the guild's most closely guarded techniques. Mana Ward. It is a defensive weaving of energies that blunts the force of any attack made against you. For some reason, none of us were using that. I am sure you can understand why we do not teach this secret to every stray hedge wizard who chooses to join our ranks. Now that you have experienced the deadliest threats, and the joy that comes with their obliteration, I am sure you are eager to explore just how deep you might descend into the chasm of thaumaturgy. May your struggle bring you wisdom, your wisdom bring courage. I, for one, look forward to hearing of your future thaumaturgical endeavors.
That is a wild improvement. Alright. I mean, maybe I already have that. I think it called for 31.